Hello, and thank you for tuning in. Rose Ward, stampersdelight.com. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. A couple of reminders. We do have the stampersdelightshop.com where you can get some great stamping apparel for you or your sidekick there. So definitely check that out at stampersdelightshop.com. Also, Donna Gray and myself have a Fun Fold Club every month, the Sweetalicious Club. This month it's Boughs of Holly. Click on the link below and you can get more information on how to join. Also, don't forget that this month there is a special on the starter kit. You can get $155 of merchandise, your choice, plus the business supplies, all for $99 and free shipping. With that, you can get what I'm going to showcase today, which is the fitting florets. Now, I already did the first part of that on Friday. This is the second half. So this is available to customers November 1st. But if you join Stampin' Up! And my team, now you can get that collection plus other items in your starter kit. So let's get started. Okay, this is my host code for this month. If you can't see that, it is in the link below. Any questions, just go to stampersdelight.com. So for that fitting florets, here are the papers. Now, of course, you can see I've been using the papers, but you get the designer series paper, which is limited series. You get these great gold embellishments, which is limited series. And there are two stamp sets. This is limited also. And then you have the frame florets stamp set and the dies. So let me just show you those. Okay, so on Friday, I did the framed and festive. Today, we're going to do the framed florets. So I'm just going to move those aside. Again, if you'd like more information on joining my team, and I'd love to have you as part of my team, just contact me at stampersdelight.com or just click on stampersdelight.com and join the team. So on Friday, I showed you these cards that I did with the collection. And still shots are always on my blog. That was another one. Thank you to everyone who commented. Don't forget to comment, follow me on Facebook. Subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the button. Give me a thumbs up. And also you can leave a review on my Stampin' Up! Page. That's something new, and we do appreciate those reviews. So these are the cards that I showcased on Friday. And again, I do read each comment, so don't forget to comment. And those are the envelopes. So that was with the framed and festive. Now I'm going to show you some samples with the framed florets. So here's one. So I love this collection because you can use it for the holidays, but also all occasions. So here's a beautiful card right here. And then we have one where I added some glitter paper. The glitter paper doesn't come with it, but you can add that. And of course, I added some ribbon to this one. Beautiful cards for birthdays. Here's a nice little thank you card. And then I have the featured card that I'm going to show you. So this is, I did this like 2 years ago, and it's called a book easel card. And as soon as I saw this set and this designer series paper, I knew that I had to do this. So let me just show you that. So this is what it looks like when it stands up. And you can see that it looks like a book. Now let's just flip this camera down a little bit. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm trying to get this where you can see it better. So that's what the book would look like. Okay, let me just lift this camera up a little bit. And that's what it would look like. All right, so this is I know I'm going all different ways here, but I just want you to see that. So this would stand up like this. Let's just flip that camera again. Let me just flip this so I can see. And it stands up. So you can see that it does look like a little book. When it opens up, it looks like that. Again, still shots will be on my blog. So I love this card, and I know that I knew as soon as I saw the designer series paper, I was going to have to make another one. So that is with the framed florets. Before we get started, let me show you the one I did with the framed and festive. And again, let me just flip this. So I'm just trying to get it where you can see it. And let's lift this up just a little bit more. I don't want you to see me. I just want you to see the card. And it would stand up like, whoop, like this. Okay, so that is how this one came out. I'm just going to turn this over. And it's really not hard to make. So let me show you what you're going to need. And again, I'm doing it with the framed florets. Put these pieces over here. Some of the pieces I already have done. Got all those little pesky things right here. Now, I promised to be live on Friday again. Today I had to do a recording, and sorry about that. But you're going to love the card anyway. Okay, so the first piece you need is 8.5. And again, stampersdelight.com will have all the measurements. So 8.5 by 5.5. And we are going to go ahead and score that in half. So funny story. This is a recording, not a live. And that's why I'm not showing my face this morning, because I'm actually doing this early in the morning and then uploading it so you can see it Monday night. Okay, so sort of like the Z-fold card, that's your base. Then you're going to need a couple of layers. So let's grab those layers. The first layer is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. Don't forget to share my videos also. So that's 4 by 5 1/4. And then we have 3 3/4 by 5. That's going to layer right on top of there. I'll put those over here. Then we have 2 other layers. This one is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then right on top of that is going to be the 3/4 by 4.5. Okay. So what we're going to do with these, and we're going to do both at the same time, we're going to fold them in half. Give it a good scoring. You can use your paper trimmer, the scoring tool. I'm just going to use my bone folder. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing with these little pieces. Fold them in half. Fold this one in half. Okay, and then we want to make them look like book pages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm just going to curl those edges. Going to do the same thing with this, and this is the piece I'm going to have showing. That's actually going to sit right inside there. Then we're going to do this one. Seeing me is not as important as seeing the projects. And then this one. And you can curl them as much or as little as you want. Now, this will fit in a regular size envelope. Of course, it's going to get smooshed down in the mail. So this is kind of the card that I would give somebody with a gift where I don't have to mail it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to grab my tear and tape. I find that works the best. And the first thing I'm going to do is put a piece right on that crease line right here. Okay, and I'm going to do the other one. I did forget to mention, this is also going to be, this collection is going to be my November online class. The link will be below. I've already had quite a few people sign up. I love this collection so much that I am using it for my online class this month. And what does that mean? That means all the cards I showed you are ideas that you can use, but they will not be the ones in the class. The class, you'll have 3 other ideas. You get 3 designs and you get 2 of each. So definitely check that out. Now I'm putting the crease to the crease right here. I'm going to lay that down. I'm going to fold that. And you can see that it looks like a book. Pages of a book that are curled. I'm going to do the same thing with this piece. Now, here's a couple of different things I'm going to show you. This one, I actually put dimensionals in here to keep those pages together. Okay, so underneath here are dimensionals. The Christmas one, I did not. I left them a little bit more open. So it's really up to you. See, this one does not have the dimensionals in there, and this one does through there, those pages. So you can add the dimensionals or leave them off, depending on how, I hate to use the word puffy, but how puffy you want that card. Let me stick that one over there. Okay, I'm not going to do that right now. I may change my mind. This one is actually going to go right inside here. So now you have your book pages. So we're going to do the same thing. Just going to flatten that out for a second. And pick that off. Make sure that's on the card. And then we're going to do the same thing. We are going to layer that right inside there where the crease is. Give it a good press there. So I kind of like the pages more open, but it's really up to you. And they don't have to be even. Book pages aren't even, but you can curl them a little bit more if you want. Or if you'd like them flatter, you can do them flatter. Okay, so we're going to leave that for a second. I'm going to bring back the base. And we are going to have a couple of more pieces here. So for these pieces, you need 2 pieces of the Designer Series paper, 2 by 5 1/4. One is going to go here, and you can use whichever side you want. I love the flowers. I'm going to use the flowers. So for this one, I am going to use my Stamp and Seal. That right there. And then on this one again, Stamp and Seal. Again, I did this card 2 years ago, so there is another video on my YouTube channel. Just look up Book Easel card. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to grab this book is going to go right on top of here, but I want a piece of ribbon that looks like my bookmark. So I'm going to glue that right here and have that down. I'm not going to cut that yet because I'm not sure where I'm going to, how long I'm going to want that. So I'm just going to add a little of our adhesive, my Stamp and Seal. I'm using my silicone mat. And what I'm going to do is just grab a little glue on the end here like that. And the silicone sheets are great because they keep the glue there where you don't want it. So this would go right like this. Okay. All right. Now, everybody's going to say, well, where would you write your sentiment? And what I did was I have a sentiment in there. So I'm going to have a piece of white. And again, that's 2 inches by 5 1/4. That's going to go right inside there. So I am going to make this another birthday card. And I'm going to use the sentiment that says, wishing your birthday. Okay, for your special day. I'm going to grab my polished pink, because that's what color cardstock I have there, the polished pink. I'm going to grab my matte. Remember, these are photopolymer. You do want to use your matte. And you see I have mine covered. I try to keep it covered. Stamp that. And then I'm going to grab one of those little flowers while I have it open. I'm going to just stamp off a little bit. Stamp off a little bit. And then this piece is going to go right inside. So when they open it up, they can see that, and that's where you can sign it. Now, I do need 2 other strips, and that's to keep the easel card, or the card from closing. And these 2 strips, I have this one, which is designer series paper, which is 1 1/4 by 5. And then I have another strip, which is 1 by 4 1/4. Now that one, I am going to go ahead and glue those together. And then I'm going to lay that right here, about in the middle or a little bit higher up, to keep your book from closing. For this, I'm going to use dimensionals. And I'm actually going to double up the dimensionals. You can even triple up the dimensionals if you want. It's to keep that from closing. I'm going to flip that around and grab my take your pick tool. Another must-have. And I'm going to put a couple dimensionals here. And I'm taking those pieces off. And then I'm going to go right back on top of them and add another one. Remember, this set, or this collection, will be available to customers November 1st. So I definitely recommend you sign up for my online class. And again, if you join Stampin' Up! Now and my team, you can get this collection now. Okay, so this one's got to come off. This one's got to come off. And then again, this is the halfway point. I'm going to move it up just a hair. Put that right there. All right, so I'm going to finish this piece first. I'm going to grab a little strip of white that I have, and I am going to stamp just a little reminder that you are loved. I'm going to do that in the polished pink also. This is going to be my pink card. And then I am also going to use dimensionals on that. This is really going to make that stay up. I don't have to double this one, though. Okay, that is my card there. Now what I'm going to do is I am actually going to go ahead and glue this on now. So, on the back side, and then I'll decorate the front. I'm going to take my tear tape, just like I did before, and right in the center here, I'm going to have a strip right there, and one on each side. Again, I find the tear tape is the strongest when making this card. You can use the liquid glue or the Stampin' Seal Plus, but I find the tear tape is not only easier to use when making this, but it also is a little bit stronger. As soon as I get that piece lifted. Okay. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my card, And I am going to center that. Just for a second, I'm going to press it down. Okay, because that back piece needs to be pressed down, but these pieces don't. Okay, there you go. And if you, whoop, that one lifted up a little bit, press it down like this. You can add a little, this would be flat. This would be giving it a little bump. Okay, you can do that too. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that's stamped down. There we go. All right, so you can see the pages are all curled, and that's really the way I want them. Now, if you don't like them that curly, I'm going to show you how to fix that too. Okay, so we're just going to set that aside for a second. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to bring in 2 pieces here of glitter paper. I've got the white and I've got the silver, or gold. I'm going to bring from the dies, I am going to bring in this die right here. I'm actually going to do this 3 times. Actually, I think I'll do it twice. I'm going to change that already. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is cut this one. So I'm doing the gold first. And this is my embossing machine, die cutting and embossing machine. We also have the mini. All right, so now what I have are these 2 pieces. Those 2 right there. Set those aside. And grab my white, which is under here. I'm going to do the same thing. Whoop. Make sure that your machine is right. There we go. I was so excited about showing you this card. Okay, I'm going to need the die cutting machine again. I'll just put it over to the side for a second and grab those pieces. Okay, so now I have 2 of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the gold one and I'm going to lay that right in here. Just like that. Or do I want the white? Maybe I'll do the white. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm going to do the white and put the gold in the center. So now I'm going to grab my mini dimensionals and I'm going to put 4 of these on there. Remember, this is not a card I mean, you can mail it, but this is more of a card I would put with a gift, like maybe in a gift bag. And then I'm just going to lay that, whoop, let me bring that in so you can see it. I'm just going to lay that right in the center here, just pressing on those dimensionals. I think I forgot to take these off. Yep. Okay, and I'm just going to, so when it stands up, it has that oval center to it. And I'm just going to keep that right there. Now I can see roughly where I want this, so I'm just going to trim that piece off. There we go. All right, now I'm going to take the white, the gold one, and I can use these for another project. And that's going to go right in the center. And again, I can use dimensionals, but for this one, I don't really need it popped out. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my stamp and seal on each end. I'm just going to lay it down for a second and press it down just for a second. Okay. So now I have this. Trust me, that'll stand up in a second. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the birthday wishes, and I'm just going to take, let's see, I have some pieces here that I have left over from other projects. Let's see if I have a circle that will work. This is from our Brood From You, I think it is. Circle. Will that fit? Nope, a little too small. So let's grab something else. Here's a larger one. I don't want it that large. So again, I'm just looking to see what I can, if I can find one. If not, I'm going to cut one. Ooh, we have some of our shapes here. Will this one fit? Ooh, that one will fit. But I really want an oval. So let me check my ovals here. Let's see what we have here is no ovals. Might have to go with the circle. That one looks too bad. Let's see if this one will fit. They all seem to be a little bit too small for me. You know what? Let's try that square again. All right, let's see what else I have. So I keep all my pieces over here, extra pieces. Oh, here, we have this. Let's see, will that work? Oh my goodness. All right. That didn't work out, so we're just going to cut a piece. So let me grab a piece of white here. And I'm going to grab the polished pink. I should have had one ready, but I was so excited to show you this. Okay, so we are going to grab this. Oh, didn't like that at all. Hold on one second, I got one. Okay, this one's going to work. So this, let me show you what I'm going to do with this. These are actually from one of our card kits, and they come in different languages. So the languages that I don't use, of course, I keep separate, or I keep them, and then I use the back side. Yep, little trick. All right. Now, I'm actually going to do this in, yeah, I'll still keep it with the pink. All right. There we go. And now I can put that right inside there. So I still get the gold, which is what I wanted. So I'm just going to use that. You can use any shape. I'm going to put that right inside here. This one I had dimensionals on. You can see I have, this oval is actually one of those also. So this will set up like that. Pull this down just a hair. There we go. All right, now what I'm going to do is I am going to bring in a couple of pieces that I've already cut out from the dies. And I'm going to color these with my blends. So I have polished pink. I have balmy blue. Night of navy. And I have soft succulent. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take the pink. This is the dark, and I'm just going inside there and a little bit on the outside. There's no right or wrong way to do these. I use the dark first. Some people use the light first. Blends are very forgiving. All right, and I think I'll do pink right here. So these are the dies that I already cut from die set. I'm just going to color that up. Who wouldn't like to get one of these cards, right? Yeah, I think these cards would be, anyone that you give it to would really appreciate it. And what I like about it is they can keep it on their desk or their mantle, on their dresser. We'll go ahead and color this one in with the pink. I'm using the little nubby or bullet end. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with the dark balmy blue. Color these two in. Let me do this one too. Again, using the bullet end, which I call the nubby end. Color those up. Again, don't forget to share my videos. The more the merrier. I'm going to take just the light soft succulent, the very small spot, so I don't have to really do too much shading. So I'm just going to use the light one. Whoop, that's a petal. Got to do that one over. The one thing I like about the bullet end is it's a little more, it's a little sturdier. So you can press a little bit more if you want, but when you're using your blends, you want to be very careful with your brush side. Okay. Oh, that's a blue one. Missed that one. I'm going to leave that too. Just going to do the leaves here. And a little bit right here. All right, so let me bring in my balmy blue again. And you see, I just grabbed the light one first. So now I'm going to go in with the dark one, and you'll see that it really doesn't matter. It will still blend nicely. Okay. And we have to fix that little petal right there, which I missed. We'll just do that dark. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in the Night of Navy. And I am bringing in the dark one. And I'm just going to add some Night of Navy here. And then these little berries, I'm going to do the Night of Navy on that too. Now I did use the Memento on this because I am using blends. You want to use your Memento inks. And I forgot the blue there, so I'll just do that one green. Okay, so now I have that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to arrange these on here. So again, using dimensionals, I'm going to go ahead and flip those over. And put about 3 dimensionals on each side. Oh, I want to do Winkostella, so I'll do the Winkostella now. I'm going to add that right here. I want some of that gold to show, so I'm just going to add that right there. Press that down, and I'll do the Winkostella next. And this one is going to go right here. You can have it off the page a little bit, as long as it's not off the card. So let me grab my Winkostella. I normally would have done this first, but you can do it afterwards. And you can see I'm just splashing some of that Winkostella all over so that we got a little bit of shine. When it starts drying out, you just give it a little, quick little push here to get more out. There we go. Okay, and that would set up there. Now, I'm going to do one more thing to keep it in place even more. Hold it up a little bit more. And that is, I already cut these out. Again, these come from that kit, from the dies. I've got a little flower and the leaves. So let me go ahead and color them in. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media, Instagram, TikTok. along with YouTube and Facebook. Pinterest. I'm on Pinterest. Anytime you want to find me, just look up Stamper's Delight, all one word. You'll find me. Okay. And again with the green. Oh, don't need that paper. So these are all from the dies that come with it. And yes, some of the dies, and I should show you that. There's a die in that kit or in that collection that does cut out some of the flowers. I'm going to put that one right here. Oh, let's grab the Wink Estella first. This one is starting to go, so I need a new one. I'm actually going to put 2 on here. I really want it to make sure it sticks or stays down. And then the mini one, I'll use the minis here. I'm just going to add that right under here. Again, I don't want it to be further out than the card. Look at that. Now it really holds it in place, and I'm going to add my gems. So let me grab some of those gold gems. I'm going to put one right in the middle here. I'll lay that so you can see it. I'll put one there. 2 here. And I always like to put one somewhere on the sentiment. There we go. So again, when it's laying down, it looks like this. And then when you set it up, it looks like that. So this is the side view. Let me flip this so you can see it better. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to bring in the cards again. Please comment. Give me a thumbs up. So here was the first one, or the one that we did. Here was the blue one that I showed. We've got the Christmas one, and still shots will be on stampersdelight.com. And then, of course, we had this one, and this one, and this one. That was from today's, and from Friday's we had the Christmas ones. So if you really love this set, can't wait until November 1st, join my team in Stampin' Up! And you can get this collection now. Or wait till November 1st. Well, you don't have to wait till November 1st to sign up for my class. You actually want to sign up for my online class now, because I'm going to order all of this on November 1st. Because remember, some of these items are while supplies last. The Designer Series paper, the gems, and also this stamp set is while supplies last. So sign up now. My classes go out around the 20th of the month. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will be back with you live Friday morning. Until then, keep on stamping, stampers. Bye.